everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am not ranking, but the best of older palettes of 2023. I'm gonna do the newer ones when it's like closer to the end of the year because I just purchased a Bella Beauty Bar, that kind of palette, the Sun and the Sea palettes, a newer palette that came out this year. So, and it was on sale for like 40 some dollars after everything. So I was like, that's a pretty good deal for a newer palette for this year. So I'm gonna try that out, a new brand. And I'm still waiting. I think hopefully tomorrow order the Adept Alien palette inspired. But anyways, here are the 10 favorite best palettes of the year. These are older palettes that I had within, that are like, that came out last year, and older palettes. The first one I'm going to be talking about is Gourmand Girls Ethereal palette. And this is an all special shimmer palette. I do like this a lot. I've reached for this quite a bit this year, so I'm happy. And it doesn't even look like it, but I've used this a lot this year, and hopefully I will still keep using this because it's beautiful, and I loved all shifty shimmer shades, and this was pretty darn good. I don't have enough in my account to buy any more palettes because I'm still waiting on buying the Adept, and I purchased some things today at Marshall's, so I'm like, because I wanted the Doodles by the Bunny, one of her palettes, but maybe next year if they still will carry any of her palettes. Anyways, the next one is Adept, 3 of the next ones. This is the House of L. I have dug into this palette a lot this year. I love the squishy shade in the middle, but this is a gorgeous palette with special shades. I love this palette so much. I love how bright and colorful, beautiful this color story is. This palette is amazing. Next is Plain Jane Remastered. I love her packaging. It's so beautiful. And this is what it looks like. It's all special shimmers again. I love all the palettes that have special, just nothing but special shades in the palette. I want to get as much as I can, but as different brands have a different price point, I think these were the best at the price point. I think this one mostly with their price point of their palettes. And that's why I keep buying Adept, because they're just so good. And then the next one is the Heather Austin palette. And this is what it looks like. I just love it. Even though I got some of these around Christmas time, and then I'm now just playing with them throughout this year, I'm just loving the formula of Adept. If you have not tried it, I recommend Adept. And hopefully next year I'll try more of the Gourmand Girls and maybe other brands. I still need to buy Fantasy Cosmetica. And then this is a much older palette, but this is the Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions. And I've been using this quite a bit this year, and I really am enjoying this palette. I liked all the I use other palettes with another palette, so with this I really enjoyed playing with that palette. The next one has a dent in this one. This is the Soft Culture. Do you see that? But Anastasia ABH is really good. I really like the original formula. It's pretty good. Of course, this one's my favorite. But yeah, I like the grungy tones in this palette. It's so beautiful. I'm never gonna get rid of this. Any of these palettes. I love my collection right now. Just loving all that is soft. This is the BH. Take me back to Brazil. This is so old. But I enjoy this. I love how colorful this palette is. It's just beautiful and colorful, bright. I love BH formula. I just wish they would come back. At least like bring out more colorful palettes. Like I think they just stopped making BH altogether. Like after they got bought out, I haven't been seeing much BH. So I love their formula. It sucks. The Festival by Juvia's Place. I've worn this quite a bit this year. And it's a very unique color story. I love it. Every time I dig into this palette, I think I dig into this orange a lot. And that's a really pretty orange. And then this like brown mustard color. Really pretty. I enjoy this palette, even though it's hard to make an eye look just using this palette alone. But I enjoyed it a lot. And then the Wahala I used quite a bit this year as well. That's what it looks like. I love the unique color stories. They have such pretty, unique color stories, I think, in these palettes. I do enjoy these palettes. Like my favorite one is this like duochrome. Like it's so beautiful. It's like purple and green. And that's when I was like, what? It has a duochrome in it? It's hard to see. Like there's purple in it. I was like, that's crazy. I don't know. But I do like the shade. It performs better on the eyes than the swatch. But I really love this palette. I love this green. Like, looks different in the pan. I don't know. It's pretty. I love this palette so much. This pink. So that, I really like this palette a lot. Such pretty shades in there. And the last one, I had to like get a Glam Light because Glam Light has been pretty good. I love the Cake palette. I didn't realize how much I'd use this palette this year. But the Cake palette is pretty darn good. I love it. I haven't dug into a lot of Glam Light this year, but the Cake palette, I'm really enjoying. I love the formula in this one. Like the orange. Like if you haven't tried Glam Light, I think you need to. Even though I don't have really much of a special shade, in these palettes. I think the newer ones have more special shades. But the mattes, oh, the mattes are just crazy good. The shimmers are really good. I love Glamlight. Comparing to BH, so I love my BH and Glamlight, the two highest in like colorful makeup. Like right now, I think Glamlight has beaten BH. But I haven't bought a Glamlight this year with their new collections because it's so dark and grungy, and I want to get their Scooby-Doo palette because that's going to be the last of the Scooby-Doo. And I still have a pillowcase since I was little that I had in Michigan. That was Scooby-Doo, and my cat takes over. Like every cat I have takes over that pillowcase and just lays on it. But yeah, I need to definitely buy a newer palette from Glamlight, but these are really good. Like the cake palette and the ice cream dream palette are my top two favorite palettes of Glamlight. And then the Juvia's Place. This is probably like my top Juvia's Place palette. Walhalla. And then if I want to get like a little crazy in my looks, then I go for this palette, the Festival. This palette, if you want to be like most rainbow palette besides Glamlight, like that's why I like these so much. It's because they're so colorful. They're just so beautiful. I like those colors together. Those too pretty. Yeah, that's why I'm like, Glamlight I think has a little bit more better formula. Even though I love BH, but I'll probably never see a new BH palette ever again. And you can always buy Glamlight, and their formula is just, I think, better. It's getting to the point that it's actually better. I really, really enjoy this grungy tone. If I want to go a little grungy in the looks, then I dig into this palette. Like, it's just pretty. I love all the colors in this. I like to use all the colors. So yeah. Grungy, rainbow, special shades. Like, can't go wrong with Adept either. Like, this shade, I need a clean finger for this shade. It's still like creamy and squishy, so I don't want that to ever go bad because it's just so beautiful. It has like pink, orange, green. I don't know what's all in here, but it is just gorgeous. Like when you see it in person, you'll understand that these shifts are really, I don't know how to get shifts to work. I don't have that special lighting. Right now I'm just using the outside lighting. Like I took a break on my ring light just to show you some realness over here. But I didn't want to swatch so much because I wish that was just a single I can just repurchase. She doesn't do singles, which is sad. Oh, this pink. It's just so beautiful. It's almost like the same color, but a little different. It's just so beautiful. When you see it in person, you're like, oh my gosh. because this isn't doing any justice. But it's gorgeous. I love this one. She needs to bring back this one and make her palette stay forever. This is the Plain Jane Remastered. I'm just like, this is really pretty. I don't know how people can't just grab shimmers out of a very shimmer palette. Oh, this has like green and purple. I think these are just duochromes. I think that's my favorite one in this palette. It's so beautiful. I can just swatch it all the time. I haven't swatched palettes like this in a very long time. So I'm like, I'm just wasting my palettes by swatching them, but they're just too beautiful not to just swatch, I guess. But if you see this, I want you to pick it up and play with it. Heather Austin. She reformulated the mattes, but the mattes are so pretty. And really pigmented. Look at that. That's just too pigmented. The favorite shadow, oh, it's very hard because I like all the shadows.
Went wrong. Please try again.
If you have an Apple and Siri just keeps popping up, I swear. Smith is a really gorgeous color. Like, it's green and like gold. It has like some kind of red, orange. I don't know what's all in these. But it's so pretty. Like so much, and then this like orangey color. And it's like, it's very pretty. Please, if you have not tried Adapt, you need to try them. And then I don't know what's this all about, but I really do like this. My favorite colors are these two mattes. Out of this like palette, I love these like mattes are so pretty. Just watch party, I guess. Bad swatches, but like the mauve colors in here. These two right here. I just love those. Shimmers are okay. Like, they're nothing too special, but the mattes are pretty. And then the Gourmand Girls again. These are all, I think they're all like duochromes. But I really like this shade right here. It's a little chunky. On the chunkier side. I wish you could see this a little bit better. One of my other favorites is this purple. You can't even see that purple. Well, it's purple. Like, these are like grabbing other colors, but it's purple. Right there. So I swatched that shade and this shade. This does not look like I swatched those two shades, but I did. Some of them are a little rough, so I guess it just like dried out. Like, I'm really digging in this shade. It's a pretty shade. I just wish It wasn't dried out, but that's a pretty green. So yeah, those are the 10 palettes. Best of 2023 of the older palettes that I have in my collection. And then when it comes to the end of the year, I'll rank, or I'll do like the best of the newer palettes this year that I bought. So that would be fun. I just wanted to show you the older palettes that I had in my collection, or the ones that I just had for just all year round. Because this one I had like at the beginning of the year. This one I had at the beginning of the year. And I think that's about it. The rest are just a little bit older than that. So, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and come on to my channel. Bye for now.